bearings. Okay, we try to keep it a little bit light and kind of throwing in some heavy fastballs recently, or let's see how things go. I think I spelled that right. Yeah, Forbidden Planets. Future, yeah, the future is obviously unknown. Yeah. Forbidden Planet, I don't know, it's been on how you look at it. Well, it's still, obviously, it's in the oven, still figuring itself out. Well, at least the people here are figuring it out, let's put it that way. We're not quite at the level of interstellar travel. Well, you see the mentality here, yeah. Movie reviews and sports reviews, and yeah, we got well. Nothing wrong with those things. We got well. Maybe a long while. Of course, here and there, multi-dimensional realms are being spoken about here and there. Priscilla's here. Hey, Priscilla, I know. See how long you last. Not very long. Especially how we're connected to the animals. Cat, dogs, and, insectoids and so on. I don't think we'll ever really know the full scale of. I know many people out there probably think they know everything. But, well, some of them are connected to the demonic realms. Of course, they're going to know everything. Just the way it is. It's not easy being the Einstein of the demonic realm. Not sure what she's doing. Investigating. So, those have sold themselves out, or this is their home. This is their planet. Of course, if this is your planet, of course you're going to know everything. At least that's, I don't know if it's anything. Who knows? So, either way. Well, so it's kind of like, obviously it's, quarantined to some level because people here are not ready for many things. Oh, the multiverse and all that. I mean, they know about it, but tapping into it's a whole other thing. Of course, they might tap into it, but still not fully consciously understand it, and maybe that's just for the best. So, we're just, and the aliens and all that. Obviously, every day is like a new connection there. Always like, what's the temperature there? Obviously the idea is to put this out there to get them more used to it, or get this society a bit more, less lenient and more accepting of their lineage, as much as they push it back and want to just live as a caveman, modern day cave people, the digital cave people. So, of course, all the alien stuff could turn people off, too. Well, yeah, we have insectoid beings and whatever else out there. Well, because also when you start... obviously, many people know about, when you get towards the higher dimensions, you see everything. Doesn't mean you have to let it affect you, but, here you can turn things off. But when you get to a fourth dimensional level... you can turn things off to some level, but you also, you become, you want knowledge, right? We become more knowledgeable of our reality, if you like it or not. The good stuff, the bad stuff, you just become too knowledgeable. Of course, in the higher dimensions, the astral realms, they, for the most part, see everything to some level. Doesn't mean doesn't mean they don't have like a maturity of a 5-year-old or a 2-year-old or whatever it is. So yeah, knowledge is power. It depends. Yeah. Or you can have too much knowledge and The world just like, we're not into that. Watch out. Watch out. So, basic animals simplify things, which is good. Keep the innocence going on. Keep it simple and keep it, less complicated. So, yeah, especially when you're upgrade, become aware more of the reality that you're in, and the animals are here to kind of help ease that transition, you could say. If you have an animal, at least, or go out and hug a tree. Because people here are just not always ready, obviously. If that was the case, I wouldn't be having this conversation. Yeah, the world's not there yet, obviously. When they make movies about this stuff, but living it's a whole other story, at least the interstellar stuff. So anyway, yeah, that's why some of this might matter in 10 and 20 years from now, or 100. In some cases, 1,000, maybe never. 1,000. Yeah, just be conservative with that number. Yeah, they're just not ready for anything. Too materialistic, or too third dimensional, let's put it that way. Yeah, we tap into, I do the astral connections, or I do feel the Pleiadians around. Of course, yeah, I always get the same ones here and there. Well, because that's what the people want to hear from too, for whatever reason. Yeah, the Pleiadians kind of screwed up here, obviously. Well, there's a lot of screwing up doing on this planet. There's a lot of messing up here. Yeah, and when the things, yeah, it was like I talked about before, like, well, I think people know it, like when you can ruin things, you can have everything can be ruined in a second, and then rebuilding it could take a long time. That's what's happening here. Yeah, we're at the peak of the iceberg, and then society just died. And trying to get back to a higher level is easier said than done. Of course, that's why we have technology to kind of pull ourselves out of it, but still, it's not that simple. So, of course, the fears and everything, and so on. Yeah. One thing, yeah, because I've been feeling like I've been in muck for the past 2 years, maybe 3 years, pushing through it. Imagine that's just the energy of the earth. It's just society. It's just not there, man. Just not. Like there are some higher selves that are, higher dimensional beings that are, but their human selves it's just not there. And it's like, damn it, dude. So in the meantime, enjoy muck. Yeah, enjoy materialism. God, it's like living in a desert island. Unless you're part of the collective consciousness, which some of us are not. So, yeah, it's like truly like being a foreigner here. Yeah, I think some people understand that. Some do. Most don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, going to, I guess the Pleiadian energies. I guess a little bit of an update, it feels like. Maybe the galactic energies have started to increase here and there, just little by little. Oh yeah, I'll put this out there. This means nothing. So I live by Clearwater, where all the Scientologists are. I usually don't go out there, but it's like, if I go close by, it's like, I'll go out there and just take a peek. And it's funny, I wasn't concentrating on them, I didn't care. I just, see whatever I can pick up on, I'm not looking into anything. But I forgot the Lethal Weapon 3, they had they tore down a building for the movie here, and it just I just tapped into it. And that was different. Now, does that mean anything? I don't fucking know. But usually when I go down there, it never comes to mind. Maybe once, but this is more like a tapping into it. So what that means energetically is unknown. So of course, Scientologists have ruined the area. I just wasted it. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure how well they're doing, but anyway. All right, we're going to Pleiadian energies and move on from there. So blessings. Greeks are the Pleiadians. Of course, there's different types of Pleiadians. There are some that are more religious connected, and the others are, just like your people. Some are just more out there. Not the mainstream. It's conversation, energies. Forbidden world, well, it's kind of it's just that your world is not quite ready for the knowledge of the universe, meaning like your alien interstellar connections with galactic beings. You don't have alien beings landing their ships at your local airports and all that, have a conversation with a three-headed being or things like that. Not quite at that level yet. And yours, it's there. Yes, you can say that it has been slightly stalled, meaning that I mean, not that you're truly open to it to begin with, but there has been some slowdown as for galactic connections, as for integrating more into your. I mean, the world, society gets pulled into all these different agendas, so it's not necessarily the muck, it's more confusion. And you have to sort out your reality. You have to kind of graduate from what you're going through, which some are, into more galactic knowledge. Some of you are going into more of a galactic awareness, but it's not as easy as it sounds. And even connected to the alien beings on a physical level, it's not as exciting as it has. So I believe some of you have realized it's not, it sounds nice on paper, but experiencing it maybe, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. You're dealing with a whole different race and so on, and they can pick up on your biology, they can see your likes and dislikes and so on, and it just goes on, and your world is just not quite there yet. As for connecting to galactic races, at least on a physical level. Now, as a human level, you see all kinds of stuff, of course. But those that those of you that are evolving are, yes, part of bringing in this new future. But of course, the new future takes time. Now, as for alien contact, like obviously they're careful about connecting with you on a physical level, due to the fear factor here. Always some kind of sighting that will be more impactful. As for media, they're careful about that. I'd be surprised how the aliens just turned that off. Basically, we don't want to be known everywhere. You'll have some glimpse of us here, and that's about it. We're just going to shut down the whole media connections, and just because that can cause a lot of outcry and take you off your path. Meaning that if we show up at the wrong time when the world is not really asking for it, as some of you know, it can actually push you backward even more. So if the aliens show up right now, obviously not everyone's going to agree with that, but talk to your superiors. But you bring something, like an alien visitation, a friendly one for that matter. People here get so frightened because not everyone. Some would be curious, but obviously have many that are just so set in their ways and not interested. They can actually make them less likely to have any connection with us for another 20, 30, 100 years. It's like, wow, we saw those alien ships. It's like, we didn't like that, so we shut it down. And we don't want to experience that ever again, even for future generations. That doesn't mean that shuts it off from everybody, but it can cause a lot of interference, even with growth, because now they're thinking about the aliens and not themselves. Not to say they were thinking about themselves to begin with, but if we show up at the wrong time, you know, there are people here trying to, figure out their own mysteries, even if they're not consciously trying to figure it out. So trying to get to the karmic bind they put themselves in. Not to say that's a bad thing. It's just their karmic incarnations trying to, get to the weeds of it. So, but not that the alien vibes, we want to just ignore your world and forget it. It's just that, it's all timing and, but if you on an individual level, we can connect to you if it's for your highest good. Like if it's, to give you some validation. But obviously it's going to do energetically. It's not going to be like just go, there's a ship. Sometimes you might, yes, get a memory of connecting to us on the ship itself. And you might not remember the conversation, but you know that you were there. There's a reason for it. Doesn't mean it's be open contact. I wouldn't get too excited on that because many are still, once again, sorting out their own lives. So, give you something to think about. Blessings.